Look what I just uncovered under 100 years of crud. Never saw any of this. And I looked this thing over really, really, really good. It's the scale. Okay, in case you weren't catching in the video what this actually is, this is telling you the pin on the first row. Second row is telling you which gear. I have all of those gears, they're drive gears. It tells you which gear to get. The last one is threads per inch. And it goes everything from 32 up to 2. That's pretty cool. Who knows, maybe I'll end up uncovering some more information about this thing. Okay, so I decided that I polished this up and I wanted to leave it like that. I tried painting it, and when you paint it, you kind of lose everything that's in here. So I've tried several different ways of like putting paint on there, letting it dry, trying to scrape it off, trying to sand it off, trying everything to try to get this letters and numbers and lines and everything to have some kind of way to stand out, like with black. We've tried, they're so small and it's so, I mean, it would take you hours to try to do that by hand. So I asked my daughter about using fingernail polish. So we just tried that and it seems to work out pretty good. We ended up putting 2 coats in there, or 3, and we'll probably go back over it again. But we're going to show you how we did it.
These?
Mm-hmm. And that line, just do everything from up there.
And this is why I'm not going to be in the nail business.
Okay, so we found a better way to do this. Instead of using a brake cleaner, we're painting it on there. I'm taking the hair dryer to it, or the heat gun. And then I'm just taking the putty knife and coming back and scraping it off. So the brass name plaque on the front and the 4 brass bushings, not something I can replace. So I've already done one of them. I'm taking the Dremel tool with wire brush, and it requires going over it and over it and over it and over it. But I clean them up the best I can, get most of the grease and stuff off of them first, stuff that will come off. And I just keep going over it and over it. I do this, loosens the grease. I'll go wash them off again, come back, do it again, change the brush, go over it again. And then when it's all done with that, I take them over to the grinder with a buffing pad and I buff them out. But, you know, I'm going from one extreme to the other. It's going to be a very tedious process. The last one that I did, it took me a little over 2 hours. And then I had to buff it. Buffing it doesn't take but a few minutes. So, this part's going to be fun. Okay, so the front nameplate, done and buffed. All 4 of the bushings. Well, there's the drive base with 5 coats on it. I spent a lot of time in here a couple of months ago, rearranging the shop, getting organized, getting cabinet saw set back up, sanding station, drill press, that bandsaw, all my automotive and that kind of stuff on that side with the automotive lift, and kind of had a decent workflow going on, and now all of a sudden it looks like something blew up in here. Wait a minute. 151-year-old lathe blew up in here. Shop is trashed. Between pulling crap out of my truck and throwing everything in the floor in here to go to Atlanta, and the lathe being tore apart in here, it's made a mess. Now comes the other part of, where do I put something that's 8 foot long and 30 something inches wide, and God knows how tall it's going to be by the time I get the motor mounted on it. So I guess it's time to rearrange the shop again. Yay! Alright, it has a home. That's it. We'll see you on the next one. As always, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, comment, and do me a favor and share this thing around. It helps me out.